Hey, it's Tuesday, November 17th, and you're watching The Great Lost Rewatch. Today we're watching the Season 2 episode, The Other 48 Days. This is a tale section-centric episode. In fact, it is just all flashback. There is no current island story going on. Basically, we start at the plane crash of the tale section. It parallels a lot of what happens to the main section of the plane. They're pulling people out of the water, helping people who have major injuries, trying to save people. Libby disgustingly sets somebody's leg. Ana Lucia is running around. She does CPR on a little girl. Echo ends up pulling all of the bodies that he can get to out of the water so that they can bury them. Basically, what happens is a lot of what has been foreshadowed in previous episodes. We see the events that Ana Lucia tells Michael happened to them. We see on the first night that they came and they tried to take some of their people and Echo killed them, and that later, a week later, they came and took the kids along with 7 other people. I don't know what it is with leaders on this island, but Ana Lucia and Jack both make promises they cannot keep. Ana Lucia promises Emma, the little girl, that she will get her and her brother to her parents, which, hun, isn't gonna happen. They end up finding Bernard stuck up in a tree. He seems to have a lot less faith that Rose is still alive than she has in him. We do see him sitting on the beach in a scene mirroring what Rose did for him, or what Rose went through when the plane crash happened. The second time the others come into the camp to try to kidnap people, Ana Lucia ends up killing one, and she finds the list of people that they're going to take in that other's pocket. They know now that the others have a plan. They know who they are. They have a list of people that they need or want, which is kind of scary. I liked Libby's line because it incorporates two episode titles in like the third and fourth season, I think. She says, "One of us is one of them." I thought that was funny. That stuck out to me now that we have those episode titles. I like the character of Nathan. He is a creepy character here on Lost, and apparently it takes him a long time to pee, because he was in the lavatory during the plane crash, and he sneaks into the jungle for 2 hours to take a leak. At first when I watched this episode, I wasn't sure why Goodwin had killed Ethan, but then he explains that it was because if Ana Lucia had cut off one of his fingers and he still didn't admit to where things were, she would start to doubt that he was the other. And of course, Ana Lucia does start to doubt who the other is, but that's after Nathan gets killed. She figures out that it's Goodwin, and she ends up killing him in quite dramatic fashion. And we've seen Goodwin before, and this is our confirmation that he was in fact an other, not a crash survivor like Jin thought he was when he saw with Echo. We get our second Dharma station. They go to the Arrow station. I don't think that's all of the Arrow station. I think there might be another part of it, unless it's just like a bunker in the middle of the jungle to hold, weapons or something to keep them safe. In the Arrow station, they find a box that contains a Bible, a glass eye, and a radio. The radio they're very excited about. And it ends up that, when Boone was up in the plane and he's like, "We're the survivors of Oceanic 815," and the person over the comm says, "We're the survivors of Oceanic 815," that was Bernard! The military knife that they brought up, that stands out to me now even more now than it did then. I mean, it stood out then, like where would they get a U.S. military knife? But now we know where they got a U.S. military knife, because the U.S. military was on the island. She says that knife is only 20 years old. I think it's older, like when they brought Jughead to the island. And a lot of this is making a lot more sense, paralleling now that we've seen season 5. It makes it more interesting, I guess. And then there at the end, they just kind of pull us up to where we left off in the end of Abandon. Ana Lucia has shot Shannon, and Sayid is upset. Anyway, I guess that's it for today. Leslie, you're back again tomorrow with Collision. See you guys later. Bye!
We're gonna need to watch that again.